Hello gang. So I'm at the Round Mountain trailhead outside Loveland. I'm heading up the Summit Trail here. I'm not going to Round Mountain. I'm gonna go for Stone Mountain. I made a video of this one time, Stone and Round, and I was so disgusted by Round Mountain Summit I just took it down. But this thing's definitely uphill right away. It's about 4 miles each way, so 8 miles round trip. I'm looking about 2,250 foot of vert. And yeah, it's May 3rd. It's my third hike. Here we go. So I'm about 0.3 in. Come up a couple hundred feet right off the bat there. All right. It is a beautiful day. 72, tiny wind gust, but pretty epic. Man, I'm out of shape. All right, I'll talk to you in a bit. Oh, there's the river, North Fork, or sorry, Big Thompson coming in. So at about 0.6 in, you come downhill and you drop probably 150 feet. So remember that going back out at the end, that ought to be fun. Chugging along. All right, so I'm a mile in. This thing has signs every mile, I forgot. So I'm pretty gassed from that. And mile 1 to mile 2 is by far the hardest part. So here's where we're at. The trail. Heading on up. How much? All right, so here's the trail. I am 1.4 in. And I gotta go over there along that rock line, up around top, and then back on the other side of that hill is Stone Mountain. You can't see it right now. All right. I'm 1.75 in, and I've come up 1,175 feet. So almost halfway. Good look over at Palisade. It's a little bump center of the screen. Great day. So I just passed the 2 mile mark. I was gonna stop and show you, but there was literally like 6 people there. I am 2 miles in. I've passed 22 people already. It's a beautiful day to get out. Saturday, that's why I usually don't hike on Saturdays around town. But what do? I gotta get in shape. So I totally forgot to. You can see some views of the town. But mile 2 to mile 2.5, that's the worst part of this. Forgot all about it. Let's see here. Peeking through the trees back there. Side of that Stone Mountain. A little ways to go. All right, exactly 2.5 miles in. That's the bird bath, y'all. You know it's a good thing when you see the bird bath, because the rest of the hike is fairly chill. Ooh. See why they call that the bird bath. Yeah. So yeah, now you're gonna come through this kind of rolling up and down all through these rock bands. It's like the face you can see from down below Round Mountain, Sheep Mountain, whatever you want to call it. But yep, a little up and down through here. We're getting there. This is probably the coolest part of this little thing here. It's not a bad spot, but that's what you gotta roll through to get out of here. So we're just before the 3-mile mark, and this is the spring. It's just a natural spring. Pops out and runs down here. A little sign about it. Just pause and read it. Alright, the 3-mile marker's right up here. Really see it right over there. So there's mile 3. I'm about 1,800 feet in, so I got about a mile left and 400 foot up to the summit. But I gotta obviously drop down a little bit first here, so I'll add a little of that. But, you know. So I'm just rolling up to the saddle here. That's a little one at the end that gets you coming up. So right here you can see a piece of wood. Go to the left. That's Stone Mountain. That's where we're going. You go to the right. It's another 1,000 foot of wasted. The views up there of the trees on top of the mountain, just really not worth it, man. So here we go. So this is Stone Mountain Trail. It's going down a little at the end. I think I'll start to jet back up at the saddle over here. I think I got like maybe 300 foot of vert left. Not a lot. It's just an incredible day. The only thing that stinks about this hike is just there's, man, at least 30 or 40 people I went by. But I get it. It's beautiful. It's close to town. Blah blah blah. All right. See you in a minute. And there it is. I don't know if you can make out the person right on top of there. This one's standing right on top, but that's where I'm headed. Down to the saddle now. All right. This is where I'm at. I'm gonna have to scramble some rocks to get to the top. See you up there. All right, gang. I scrambled up that. This is the summit of Stone Mountain, and it's impressive. Those views are rocky back there. More rocky. There's Longs and Meeker. There's all the Indian peaks. There's Mount Blue Sky way out there. Used to be Mount Evans. So this one took me 4.1 miles, and I was right on at every sign. So I'm gonna go with what I got. I think it's 4.1. I remember being at least 8, but they say it's 3.8 or so, or 3.9 each way. So 4.1, and right now I'm at 2120 of vertical incline, and I'll probably have to gain another 140 or 50 foot on the way back. So there's a lot of up and down and stuff. There's Round Mountain, all those saps going up to the top to stare at the trees because there's no view up there. But pretty spectacular up here. Close to town. Sorry about fell down. There's Loveland, all that good stuff. Fort Collins up there. Horsetooth. The Huge right over there. That's Palisade. All right, guys, awesome. I'm gonna head back down in a little while and we'll talk to you then. And that's gonna be Blue Mountain down there. That baby's off limits, and Pinewood Reservoir right there. That's all like the Ramsey Shockey open space. And right down there, you can see in the center of the screen, that's that new dam they're building for the new reservoir. I just ate some food and drank a little water. I'm gonna scramble down this puppy and head back. 4 miles to go. And I managed to scramble down. Definitely class 3. There's that you're using 4 points contact a lot, so just take your time with it. I gotta tell you, this little section, like I guess you call it the summit trail for Stone Mountain, man, it's just really pleasant through here. Pleasant hike, it's rolling, nothing too serious, but pretty soft on your feet for the most part. All right, still chugging. Back to the trail split. I'm gonna take a right here, start going down for a bit, and then got that section with a couple 100 feet back up, but shouldn't be terrible. Made it back to here. It's 3 miles left to go. Next half mile is kind of uphill, probably 150 feet or so, but it's kicking my butt right now. And then after the bird bath, it should be all downhill from there. So sweet, I made it back to the bird bath. Last 2.5 miles are mostly downhill until the very end. I got a little bit up at the end, but nothing big. Go bird bath. All right, 2.5 more. All right, I made it to here, and I am gassed, man. My legs are just jello. Coming down this thing might be worse than going up, but I definitely am out of shape. This is like my first decent hike of the year, you know, 8 miles, a couple thousand vert, and it is kicking my butt. So, all right, I'm gonna drink the rest of the water I got, and then I'm rolling to the trailhead, and I'll say my goodbyes there. Thanks, guys. All right, gang. I'm headed down the last 1/10 of a mile here back to the parking lot. I am destroyed. Stone Mountain, that's a good one. It's about 8 miles round trip and 2250 vertical feet. And yeah, I'm feeling it. Thanks for joining in again, guys. And once that snow melts, we'll get some better destinations. Thanks again.